What's going on? My name is Reginald Cuthbert. Most people call me Mr. C, but this will be your Toolbox Tutors tutoring session. Today, I'll be guiding you through how to complete these 3 examples, subtracting polynomials. And by the end of this video, I'll guide you through step by step on how to complete these 3 examples. Let's go ahead and get started. In order to subtract polynomials, you need 2 tools. You need to understand the distributive property and understand combining like terms. If you don't understand either one of these concepts, I'll leave a link to these videos that we have in the description below. So for this example, we'll be subtracting 4 plus 2a squared from 3a squared plus 1. First, what we want to do is, using the distributive property, is change this second parentheses to the opposite. Notice that there's a negative sign in front of this second parentheses. So what we're going to do is take this negative sign and we're going to distribute it to everything in this second parentheses. So what happens is this first parentheses stays the same, 3a squared plus 1. This minus changes to a plus, and this positive 4 would change to a negative 4, and this positive 2a squared would change to a negative 2a squared, because we're multiplying each of these terms by negative 1. So now from here, all we need to do is add like terms. So here we have 3a squared and we have negative 2a squared. So if we have 3a squared and subtract 2a squared, what we wind up with is 1a squared. And next we have 1 minus 4. And 1 minus 4 gives us negative 3. And here we have our answer of a squared minus 3 as your answer. For this example, we'll be subtracting negative 3x squared minus x from negative 4x squared plus 14 plus 3x. So from here, what we want to do first is distribute the negative sign to everything that's behind it. So these terms will change to the opposite. So this negative sign will be distributed to this negative 3x squared and this negative x. This negative 4x squared plus 14 plus 3x would stay the same. But that negative would change, the minus sign would change to a plus, and this negative 3x squared would change to a positive 3x squared, and this negative x would change to a positive x. From here, all we have to do is combine like terms. So first, starting with negative 4x squared, we have 3x squared, that's a like term in the second parentheses. So negative 4x squared plus 3x squared gives us negative x squared. Next, we have 14. 14 has no like terms, so we'll just bring this down. And last, we have 3x, which has a like term of positive x. So 3x plus x gives us 4x. So here we have our final answer of negative x squared plus 14 plus 4x. Now, there's only one problem with this answer. What we want to do is make sure that we have this in standard form, meaning we have it in alphabetical order and also in order from largest exponent to the smallest exponent in alphabetical order. So this means what we'll need to do is switch the place of this 4x and this 14. So negative x squared plus 4x plus 14. For this example, we'll be simplifying 8y minus 3y to the third power plus 10y squared minus the expression 3y squared plus 11y to the third power minus 7. So first, once again, what we want to do is distribute this negative to everything that's behind it. So everything in this second parentheses will become the opposite. So this negative will be distributed to this 3y squared, to this positive 11y to the third, and also to this negative 7. So we're going to keep 8y minus 3y to the third plus 10y squared. And what happens with this positive 3y squared is it changes to the opposite. So we have a negative 3y squared. This positive 11y to the third changes to the opposite. So we have negative 11y to the third. And this negative 7 changes to a positive 7. I'll put these back in parentheses. And don't forget to put this plus right in between them. So from here, we're just simply combining like terms. So we're beginning with this 8y. 8y doesn't have any like terms. So what we can do is just bring it down here. So we have 8y. Next, we have negative 3y to the third, which has a like term of negative 11y to the third. So negative 3 minus 11 gives us negative 14y to the third. Now, negative 14y to the third has a larger exponent than 8y. So what we'll do is go ahead and put this in front of this 8y so we won't forget to move it later. And last in the first parentheses, we have 10y to the second power. 10y to the second power has a like term of negative 3y to the second power. And 10 minus 3 gives us 7. So we have 7y to the second power. Now 7y to the second power is less than negative 14y to the third power. So what we're going to do is stick it right behind that in front of the positive 8y, since it has a larger exponent than the 8y. And last, we have this positive 7 left over here on the end. Since this doesn't have an exponent, we'll stick it on the end of this 8y. And here we have our answer of negative 14y to the third plus 7y squared plus 8y plus 7. Thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, hit the like button. Also, if you have any other questions, leave it in the comments below. If you have any other concepts that you would like to